Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's boring. It's raining. It's boring. And welcome to Liverpool. They tell me this is the weather, so I have to believe them. I'm not the only one seeing it. I'm currently not connected on iVAO for those guys that are following me, that are flying with. This place is packed, I promise you. It's been ticked completely. It's just ticks aircraft all over. But because I'm doing a test, I don't want to interfere with ATC or create a problem. So I'll reevaluate that as things go on. Morning, Geert. Right, guys, so the purpose of this test, the flight, there are two tests. The first one is during takeoff. I need to see what happens. So I need to run a specific flight plan, which is what I've published for everybody anyway. And then what happened yesterday was the moment I went through transition, I pressed the standard button, it threw away my cruise altitude. So I'm obviously on a beta version. I hope your versions don't have that. If you experience that, then I'll send one of the emissaries from downstairs, upstairs, just to tell the guys what to do if they're not watching the video, okay? Because you're going to have to go to your preferences page, and you're going to have to import your cruise level again, execute it, and then the aircraft climbs automatically. So that's just a quick fix. Then the other thing is, after some interaction with another YouTuber and getting Zibo involved, we started talking about this LPV issue, EGNOS, WAS, those things. And one of the things that has kept the Zibo mod back from re-enabling, because I think some of you will remember we did have LPV running many months ago, probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But it was switched off because there was not enough information available to us to do that. Zibo said he's not sure of exactly the modeling of it, but he's enabled it so I can try it. Okay. So if there is anybody that has actual knowledge of LPV in the Boeing 737-800, please raise your hand, send me a PM, let's talk, because we're literally just waiting for one or two things that need to fall in line, because the aircraft's quite capable of doing the RNP approach anyway. Reading the EGNOS code is a formality. There's nothing really fundamentally wrong with it. But the one question, believe it or not, that Zibo had is, does LPV have its own insertion point in the MMR? So I asked him last night, did he find out? Because I see the insertion point is now there, but he said he spoke to somebody that gave him some information, but he didn't elaborate. So in his defense and my defense, we're doing what we think we should do. It's not necessarily the end product, okay? But it will enable, at least that's what we're going to try, the LPV function. Okay, so that will come up when we land at runway 24 at Luxembourg, and I'll just quickly show you the chart over there. So over here you can see it's an RNP. Oh goodness, I took the wrong runway. Let me just get the right. How do we unpin this one? Okay, let's go back to basics. Let's quickly go to the approach. I want the 24 one. Otherwise I'm going to have to switch my runway. Localize, get RNP. It should be that one. Yes, that's that one. And then we can get rid of that one. I'm glad I checked it now. It would have been funny to find it out in the air. But anyway, okay, so we're going to use the RNP. And then what happens is, over there you can clearly see there's an EGNOS code. Now, just like GLS, you obviously need to put it into the MMR. So previously we just used the GLS inscription point in the MMR to add this EGNOS code in there. But in this new version, Zibo has actually changed it. He's given LPV its own insertion point. If I can just get my alpha yoke to respond to me. Come on. Why are you not responding? Don't tell me that. There we go. Wow, that was a struggle. Dead again. Wow. Okay. So that code needs to go into your MMR. So you have to flip through until you see there's ILS, GLS, VOR to start with, there's LPV. So we're going to have to go put in 92376. 92376. All right, and for it to come through, we just need to flip it when we get close. All right, so that is new. For the guys that remember, we had LPV before, like I said, everything had to be inserted into the GLS bracket over there, that little insertion point. But now we've got an actual LPV function. Okay. Now, just as a matter of interest, if this comes through to you, I'm not sure whether this is just an internal test model between him and me. I'm not sure if he's got plans really releasing it, but anyway. If you get it, you have to come, let's start again. You go to settings, display invariants and auto flight. You have to enable the LPV approach capability. Sorry, falling over my tongue. Okay, that has to be set to yes, and you obviously have to save it. Otherwise, it won't remember it. So we're going to give it a bash. We're going to see what happens. If it's successful, we'll be very happy. If it's not successful, it means going back to the drawing board. But so far, so good. Okay, so we've got some other hope that we're going to fly with. Okay. So, I started my loading of my packs and stuff. That seems to be done. Let's quickly set up and get going.
One quick more test, Nico.
Yeah.
Could you just have a look and see if you selected the other nav radio, does it automatically, if you enable LPV, enable MMR or not?
I doubt it. I doubt it will automatically enable it. Even if it's enabled, there is no insertion point in the nav radio, so it's going to be irrelevant whether it's on or off.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking whether he'd automated the function if you selected LPV.
No, I doubt it. Anyway, let me get back to my stream, guys. Good morning, Scotsman. Good morning, Steve. Nice to see you guys there. No, you didn't miss it. Geert, I think I said morning to you, but morning to you too. Yeah, no, you're just in time. Just in time. Right, we need to change this now. RNAV24. Okay, let me actually change it here in my navigraph as well. Right. Okay, so it's RNAV with the DIC 3C. Got that. That's fine, that's fine. Low pressure, eh? Sure. Oopsie. Right, yeah, that's right. Oh, I haven't had notice of it today. I got my notice yesterday twice, and I did it eventually, so I must have had my timing right. Well, if it comes up, we'll do it anyway. Right. Very light, fortunately, but I see it wants us to go high. Wow. What altitude did you guys get?
350.
Okay. Nature Cyber, good morning. Right, so 147 and 5.5. Stop my AP so long. Seven. The glare is better from this side. Seven. Sorry guys, I forgot that thing on the screen there. Right, let's just check the visibility. Yesterday the visibility was so poor I had to set up the ILS localizer for the runway so I could keep steady on the runway when I took off here, because you couldn't see the end. It was just mist all over, completely covered.
I am back.
Okay.
There is no further ATC. They said me, Nico, switch to Unicom 122.8.
Sure.
Should I do that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, Nico. Happy testing. Catch you later.
Thank you, Stowell. Hello, Jean-Pierre. Morning.
Ground cockpit with copy, to driving up.
Yeah, so today I'm without Linda. We'll see how much I remember.
Any problem with runway 09?
No.
No. Have you taken off?
Nope. I'm going to push back now.
Then you cannot know whether there is problem or not.
I just had a visual check. I walked around before I got the stream going and into the cockpit. Okay.
Okay, you are clever.
Hello, Michael. Welcome. I'm not sure what that person said now. She's just connecting. I might have misheard her. That's my problem. Oh no, there she's only lifting the nose now.
So is connected to the purpose when started. Release the parking brake when ready.
There you go.
Okay, starting Pushback now, and you may start your engines.
Yeah, good time of day, I think. There are still certain times of day and angles of the sun that just doesn't make sense. No, Michael, this is X-Enviro. It's a new beta that I'm testing.
Operation is now complete. Please set the parking brake. Disconnecting tail, please stand by. Has been disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. The signal will be on the right. Have a safe flight. See you after. Bye-bye.
Erkibris, good morning. Good morning, welcome. Right, so Linda is not here. I'm on my own. Let's see if I can remember everything proper. Well, semi-proper at least. Let's go.
approaching 09. On runway 09.
Toga. There we go. Right, so yesterday, just as I got to 4,000 foot, I pressed the standard button and all hell broke loose. So that's going to be our first test. Make sure we don't have the same recurrence. Right. Okay, so now we're gonna have to wait until we pass that VOR. Yesterday, like I said, the moment I started climbing, it's just gonna take a wee while to get through the restriction, and then we should see what's spotting. Woohoo, some cloud surfing. Ultra Crafter, welcome, good morning. Neil, sorry, I was chatting in text here with Zibo, and I think I forgot to switch this thing back on because I was coughing in the interim as well. I'm back now. Yeah, just having a quick word with Zibo and also Mark in the background. But so far so good. Look, the first test went through, no problem. I'm happy. Just reported back to Zibo on that as well. Zibo said last night he's going to be at work, so he can't watch, but he is talking to me every now and then in the background, so I'm kind of split there. Right, so I see we've got 23 viewers now, so I presume there's quite a few new guys. I'm going to quickly just show you what I'm testing. The next thing we're going to test is the LPV approach. So if you go to your settings, display variance, auto flight, there's this magic little switch that Zibo has activated now for me. Okay, again, I'm not sure whether this will actually come through to you guys, but I need to test it anyway. So whether this is an internal only model or whether it comes to you, I'm not sure. Genuinely, I'm not sure. But basically, it's enabled the LPV capabilities, all right, which means that when you have a WAS or an EGNOS approach on RNP, if you have that facility, you can see that on your RNP chart. Just hide that. You see we're doing RNP for runway 25. Then you get a code. That code then needs to go into your MMR. And for that, he's created a new entry point called LPV, and then you can just put the code in there. Obviously, flicking it over when you get closer. I don't mind. We can just as well leave it. So there you can see it's IDing your number, it's got the course, and then nav is enabled. So that is the next test that we're going to do to see what's happening. Right, Zibo still able to request meter from FMC. Michael, only with default explain weather, and I think with the last explain update that broke. So let me just ask him quick. Yeah, well, that's the only place it's going to work, Michael. Okay, I've asked him if he reads it and gives me an answer. I'll share it with you, because I've heard conflicting reports, but I think the overall consensus and reports that I'm getting is after the last explain update, it's kind of not working. So I don't use it. I'm not going to go test that specifically unless I really have to. Yeah. Right, Zibo is not aware that it's not working, he says. So he'll have to go test it. I said it might be worth a check sometimes, so.
Morning.
Morning, Saso.
Hello, Nico.
How are you?
Morning. All good. Had a very good sleep, to be fair.
Good.
Yeah, it was needed.
Good, good, good. Well, welcome. Nice to hear your voice. Sorry I couldn't speak to you last night. I was so tired. I just couldn't.
No, don't worry. Absolutely. Are we flying or?
Yes. Yeah, wait, let me share with you.
Yeah.
Sorry. You guys didn't say
No
I'm not
worries.
sharing yet. There you go. Now I'm sharing it.
Oh, okay.
I forget, man. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Thank you, Zibo. I'm having a chat with him in the background, Sasa.
Okay. Can you go just double check if the APU is running or not?
Oh, yes. No, it's not running. We forgot to check. I heard the story.
Huh?
I heard the story.
Yeah. Yeah, have a look.
It's open.
You see? Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
Screenshot. While I'm talking to Zibo, I'm just sending that now as well.
Yeah. I would be curious to see if when you load the airplane at the beginning in cold and dark, I guess it will be closed. So then probably when you shut down the APU after the engine start, then that remain open.
Yeah, we need to check that specifically. Mac
Yeah.
told me about it, and we obviously went through all the other paces except this now. Saso Zibo is asking a question for you
Yeah.
specifically. He says, I must ask you if you have any knowledge or know of anybody that has any actual information about LPV in the 737-800.
Not directly. We may talk with Alex. Alex might have some information. So in the dev room, there should be Alex.
Okay.
They might be able, they might use LPP. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a silly question, this isn't open because of the pressurization unit, not so much the APU itself.
No, that's the APU. The outflow
Okay.
valve, the outflow valve, as you can see, is completely shut at the
This
moment.
one.
No, just on the right. One. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna try and find the APU. Let me have a look. APU.
Jean-Pierre, good luck, mate. Best of luck. Alles van die beste. Hope you can. Yes, overclocking RAM and things like that, man. If you're not lucky, you're going to be very unlucky with it, you know. So rather switch it off. Unless you have lots of patience. Oh, it can mess you around. Neil says he had his wing anti-ice on last night and he forgot to switch it off. You might know something about that.
Yeah, he's referring to the fact that the N1 was slightly higher and he was wondering whether the anti-ice being on made it worse.
Actually, the wing anti-ice could create the problem. If it's well simulated, because we use the wing anti-ice mainly as a de-icer, we allow a bit of ice to build on the wing, and then we melt it out with the wing anti-ice. Now, if we keep the wing anti-ice on for too long, as soon as the ice basically touches the wing, then it's gonna melt and flew over the tail of the aircraft, and we don't want that to happen. So it might be the case, but not completely sure.
Well, if you switch engine anti-ice on, you're gonna have a higher N1 because the engines are gonna work definitely harder, but not so much the wing. The problem with the wing anti-ice is if you go over 35,000 foot, it messes with bleed air, and then you can have problems with your passenger
with
oxygen and pressurization stuff.
Hello, Sasso.
Hello, Akan.
What's up?
All good, you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Neil corrected himself. He was supposed to say engine anti-ice.
Okay. Yeah, engine anti-ice will give you around 4 to 5% N1, an increase in N1.
Okay, Zibo says that door must be closed. So well spotted to whoever saw it the first. I think it was also Neil. Neil's in the thick of things today. So Zibo says it should be closed after APU. He says it after the APU shutdown, after the cooling cycle, it must close.
Correct, which usually is 1 minute. In fact, when you shut down the APU on the ground, imagine that you have no ground power. If you have no ground power, you're gonna keep the APU running to provide electricity to the aircraft to the very last minute. But then when you shut the APU, when all the passengers are off, then you have to count 1 minute before turning the battery off. Otherwise, let's call it a door, but it's not really the door. Now I found exactly the name of what it is. It's the APU inlet door and the vortex generator. So the star at the front is a kind of arrow. The back of that arrow is the inlet door, and the arrow, the side, is the vortex generator, and that will completely close after usually a minute. So that's the cooling time for the APU.
Gotcha.
I'm reading from the manual. Moving the APU switch to off will trip the APU generator, because it's only one, will close the APU bleed air valve and extinguish the APU gen off bus. The shutdown occurs automatically after 60 seconds. When the APU speed decreases, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so that's exactly as it is.
Okay. There we go. We're coming up to London, I think, now.
Yeah.
In a little bit. I don't know why this Navigraph map is very slow. Wow.
Today I'm going to show you revolution of an airplane, how landing.
Okay.
The final point, top point of an airplane.
Jean-Pierre, I also use XMP. Okay, I've got DDR5 memory, 64 gig, and it's running at 5.5. So for me, it's not giving a problem at all. So I think it would depend on what memory you've got in there, if the memory actually supports it, if it can go up there. You know, when we sell memory here in South Africa, we've got a vast difference in kinds of memory, and usually when we sell the value memory, the value is the budget stuff. You know, it's cheap and nasty, it works, but don't expect too much. You know, I can imagine things like that happen, but when you get into Kingston and all these big name brands and the big stuff, you know, expensive stuff, they really shouldn't have a problem. So I'm not sure what you've got or why it would have the inherent instability, but if you could perhaps maybe let somebody just check, you know, test the actual chips for you. Okay, Steve, talk later.
When are you going to change your GPU, Nico?
No, not in the foreseeable future, okay.
I see.
Unless you send me money. You send me enough money, no problem. I'll do it. Unfortunately, I've got other grown-up obligations to take care of my family first.
Well, it's not been so long since you updated your computer, no?
Yeah, it was last year, December. But remember, I couldn't get NVIDIA and I was forced to take the AMD graphics card.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you know what? It worked out okay-ish. I lost my X-Plane 11 because you can't run it with this card and this driver.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that was a casualty of war. But other than that, I mean, I can do anything and everything with it. There you can see. The one thing that I did also notice is the quality of the recordings when I make videos, and the quality of broadcast isn't exactly the same as NVIDIA. NVIDIA is definitely better quality. Okay? But there's nothing I can do with it. I mean, I'm not going to rack up my credit card for a card now. I mean, the decent 4070 is probably going to cost anywhere between 15 and 22,000 rand. It's not worth it. Okay, cool. See, Jean-Pierre, that might be so. I usually don't put 4 slots in. I can't remember when I used all 4 slots. Usually I just use 2 to get the dual channel going. But anyway. Yeah, you just have to be careful. That's, I think, at the end of the day. Trial and error. Figure it out. Once you got a grasp on your own system, the rest is easy. Right. Oh, I need to still do the course settings. There we go. Binyang, whatever is in the Google Drive, that's the latest stable version. So you're going to download the full version, 4.00, and I think the latest fix was 4.6, that you then put on top. But just have a look. I don't have it in front of me, but that's how it's supposed to be.
Crash to desk. Sorry about that.
Ooh, check your log immediately. Check what did it so you can fix it.
I will do that.
Please tell me. I hate it when that happens, man. Sorry about that.
Nico,
Mm-hmm.
can I send the log to you later on today?
Oh, you can send it now if you want. Pop it in Discord. Get me in a private message.
Okay.
Send it now while we're sitting here waiting for better days. I can quickly read it.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Right, so for the new viewers that's joined late, the next part of this test is going to be the LPV approach test into runway 24 here at Luxembourg. So that's literally what we're waiting for. We just have to get there now. You guys must feel free to chat if you want, eh?
I have sent it to you, Naki.
Okay, let me have a look. Okay, I see it's failed to load some sceneries, then it continued. It was busy loading the SimHaven X-World Europe stuff, and as it was loading that, it crashed. So it's not 100% clear, but because it's in that operation, it stands to reason that it could be that. Tommy, can you go to your event viewer in the control panel and see what the event viewer says?
Okay, I will try to do that.
If anything, yeah, if anything. It says here, I've just noticed this, X-World Europe 8 networks. And it gives the actual tile number. It says, has a number of problems with its road network. 275 double nodes, 2 direction reversers. Let's see, it's got a lot more. Okay, no, not so much. And then it's actually deleted 119 roads. Did you run that little utility that hides the secondary roads? I can't remember what it's called, but do you know what I'm talking about? Morning, Antonio. X roads. Tommy, have you heard of X roads? Hello, Tommy.
No, I don't heard about that, Nico.
Okay, because one of the guys here mentioned X roads. It's a little EXE program. You put in the X-plane route, you run it. It hides, I beg your pardon, it hides all the secondary roads. So you still see all the main roads is depicted in X-plane, but basically it hides the actual textures for the roads. So when you look down, you can see the roads in your ortho or ortho for XP, but it doesn't draw them.
Oh, I see.
I wonder if that's not something you should look at. X roads.
X rows. I will look into that.
Roads.
X roads. Yes.
Yeah. I will look. See. Otherwise, I'm afraid you might have to redo the flight and disable X Europe and see if it goes through. If it does, we are reasonably sure that it's X Europe causing it.
Yeah, I understand.
Hope it helps.
I also at the moment deleted one of the runways. Sorry, the co-mob before the REMBA.
Oh, the waypoints.
Yeah, that's right. I deleted the co-mob. But that couldn't have anything about this character desk.
It shouldn't. That's actually why, one of the reasons I wanted to look at the event viewer, Tommy, is just to check all the bases, because what we don't see in the log file in X-plane, we might pick up in the application side of things in the Windows event viewer, you know. So there's a bit of method in the madness just to check both sides. Give me a second, I just need to get the fan on. Gentlemen, how far are you? I'm like 25 nautical miles from top of descent.
I have started descending.
And I'm behind you. I'm over the channel right now.
Okay. Yo, we miss the ATC just. Okay. trying to get back into Iveo, and do you think I can get that right? Not want to play ball with me. Well, there's the descent starting. Welcome back, Steve.
Nico,
Hakan.
there is an intersection which is called Dick.
Yeah, you pronounce it Dick, not Dick.
Dick. Ah, Dick. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I misunderstood.
no problem.
I'm late to the show. Is there an issue with VAO server connection?
Looks like it on my side. What happens is I can connect, but it doesn't marry my flight plan with me. I can't edit the flight plan. I can't create a new one. I can do nothing.
I'm getting authentication fail and unauthorized client. So it must be issue again. Let me check on the heartbeat.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Erwin joined from Netherlands.
Hi, Erwin. Okay, there's a heartbeat message, 10:52 this morning. Over the next hour, we're performing a database migration, which might impact some services in progress.
There you go.
Coffee time.
Coffee time.
Lucky man. Enjoy.
Enjoy your coffee.
Yeah, good morning all.
Good morning.
Yeah, my wife had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
So how much are you giving her? 50%?
I gave her the opportunity to tell what she had to talk about.
Okay.
Ah, so you gave her 99%. Okay.
Yeah, this morning, yeah, we did. And she's making my coffee now, of course.
Oh, good. Morning, Christer.
Morning, Krista.
Shoot, Christer, tell us. Mister, there was a change on laminar side for the taxiing, and Zibo had to go figure it out again. So there was a change. I actually feel at this point I'm doing 5.1 alpha now. It's not too bad for me. I don't have to push it that much, eh? It shouldn't have an impact on the friction because the friction model is embedded already in the scenery, the laminar side of things, and then it's used by the Zibo. I don't know. We can ask Zibo. He's at work now. He just popped in quickly earlier to talk to me, but I don't know. We can always ask him, Christer, see if he can tweak it a little bit more. But you're the only guy that has mentioned it. I was actually under the impression it was well received, Nobody else said anything. So, I don't know. No, I mean, I don't know more than that.
After 10 nautical miles, I'm going to be in final pattern.
Enjoy, Hakan.
Thank you very much.
It's possible, Christer. It's very possible. The question is, whose side or both sides? So it's just some things you need to go check. There I've lost my auto throttle for some reason. Why? There we go. Must have touched my throttle again.
If you want to watch my wonderful landing, you can click on Discord.
Do you have, Nico, your dual thrust lever?
Yes, I moved one.
Move one? Yeah. If you move one, the auto throttle will disconnect automatically in the real aircraft.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a bit oversensitive this morning, Sasso, but I mean, I know the theory, and that's what happened. I just moved the left one a little bit.
So, which approach are you going to do?
RNP, runway 25, LPV.
Okay, are you going to use Ian or no Ian?
No, I'm going to use LPV. Check.
Yeah.
Check also. LPV with a code.
I think it's an RMP. Yeah.
You're too quiet. Speak up.
Yeah.
Antonio?
I just said it's an RMP 24, but it's the same.
Yeah, definitely. The difference is purely Ian, I won't use the code. With LPV, I'm going to use the code and still press the approach button. I don't think Ian has got anything to do with the LPV once LPV code is in.
Okay. I have no idea how LPV works, to be fair. As far as I know, LPV is a different minima. So
exactly.
LPV is the lowest minima you can get on an RMP.
Yes.
But I don't know much more, to be fair.
Well, we're all learning as well, and we'll get to the bottom of it. But there on the chart, I'm sharing it with the guys on the stream. They can see the normal RNP minimum is 1593, and for LPV it's 1413.
Yeah, my understanding, Sasso, is that you need to get the AGN OS signal for the NPV minima. That's the only difference.
Yes. Yeah. because we are talking here about a matter of how precise the system is. Because the system is very precise, you are gonna get a lower minima.
Yeah.
Compare with LNAV, VNAV minima, which is gonna be probably the one above,
Yes.
or even only LNAV minima. So LNAV only minima is a minimum descent approach, which is considered a non-precision approach.
Really?
LNAV, VNAV, we can start to think about it as a decision altitude. So we start to be similar to an ILS. And then there is the LPV, which in sequence is a kind of most precise. That's my understanding.
It's supposed to simulate a Cat 1 type of approach.
Yeah.
Similar to that.
And in fact, to fly the LPV as an operator, you need to have a particular approval from the authority.
Yeah.
And of course, the system into the aircraft.
Yes. So just as a matter of interest to answer your thoughts, Sasso, your MDA on LNAV is 1650.
Exactly.
1650.
Because it's a LNAV only, we treat it as a MGA. So minimum decision altitude means that you cannot descend below it, even if you start the go-around. That's why when we're talking about minimum descent altitude, for instance, a VOR approach, an NDP approach, or a RMP with only LNAV minima, so no vertical guidance, this means that it is a non-precision approach, and for this reason we have to add 40 feet to that minima.
Yes.
So our minima will be 40 feet higher than the published one on the chart, and this is to allow us to initiate the go-around without going below the actual minima, because it's a no-go below level.
Yeah.
Instead, during a precision approach, when we treat it as a decision altitude, where we do basically no correction, so LNAV, VNAV, or ILS, because it's precision minima, we are allowed momentarily to go below it once we start the go-around.
Yeah, the issue, Sasso, is that at the moment Zibo does not accept that frequency as a GNOS signal. So you cannot put.
Yeah.
Antonio.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yeah.
That's exactly what we've enabled overnight. That's what I'm testing, is the LPV feature.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Look at my MMR.
Magician.
Look. See.
Are you sure you should say LPV?
Well, this is one of the things Zibo's not sure about, because in the past we entered the code in the GLS entry block, okay? But
that's where he has to go.
Yeah, we got into a discussion with another flight simmer, and Zibo said to me, look, I've enabled it, go try it. Here we are, we're trying it. Okay. Obviously, if we get better information, we can change it again. But right now we're doing a test. I'm not sure if this will actually be part of the release of 5.1, or whether this is just something him and I are toying with. He didn't specify. Okay. But we enabled it so we can see what it looks like and what it does, you know.
Okay, sorry, Nico, I didn't follow the
I know. That's why I was trying so desperately to get your attention to tell you. There's Zibo. He's watching. Sasso, Zibo says the new MMR should have the LPV mode IMMR. Okay, so whatever that.
Okay.
So that is something.
Yeah,
that
for sure I won't find them into my cockpit, just because we are not allowed to fly LPV.
Yeah.
Seems like our conveyor's back on.
Even on VMAX, Sasso?
Yeah, no LPV because our company is not approved to conduct LPV approach.
Okay.
Sticky little things, the red tape and legislation, eh?
Yeah, bureaucracy.
Or maybe they know you.
Could be. Yeah, that's the thing.
Sorry, I'm laughing with that. I think that was funny.
They were too scared. I will go and use LPV, then Ital told and do a low pass.
Right, well, we've got it set. 92376.
They should get some sort of identifier working there.
Well, there we had the EGNOS code in, and then it changed to R24. All right. So I don't know if that was supposed to change to R24, but the EGNOS code was in there for most of the flight.
Okay.
Physically displayed it, and then it changed to R24 course.
I would expect to still have the ident from the charts, because that is your last resource. Double check that you're going to the right place. Yes. Because you can have millions of runway 24.
Yes.
But you want to make sure that you have the correct ident.
Makes perfect sense.
Correct runway.
Yeah, because that's why we have the other idents.
Yeah. Now, my test will be, Nico, to have on the F4 side another frequency, or have on the F4 side, something else. You're still flying with Command A, so Command A will follow you. And in fact, now you can see on the right, the F4 FMA is treating it as an EN approach, because it's taking the information from the FMC. That makes perfect sense. So you have EN enabled in this aircraft, Nico.
Yes, I do.
Which is fine. On the left instead, because you're using EGNOS system, is treating it as an ILS, basically.
Radio altimeter.
Yes.
I'm not sure it should be displayed as an ILS in terms of FMA, or if it should be as it is on the FO side. My guess is that you will not have Vorlock and Gleislock. You are going to have final approach course and glide path. That's my idea, but I'm not completely sure because they haven't flown any LTV.
Well, you see, that's what we're waiting for to hear from the real guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
the FMA will tell you Vorlock and Gleislock only if there is an ILS frequency. In any other cases, if you have EAN enabled, it will tell you final approach course and glide path.
Yeah.
But he's flying it, so.
Oh, it's doing it.
Feet stabilized, Mr. Birch altitude set.
Are you online, Nico?
No, I couldn't connect. Anthony said that it's come back online a minute or two ago, so I'll try when I'm on the ground to come back online.
Okay.
Approaching 2-4.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thanks, Neil.
326.
It's a nasty situation to
Approaching
have.
decision height.
Yeah.
300.
Fortunately,
Just
we're
follow the
cowboys.
director.
Minimum.
Yeah.
100. 1,000. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nice. Nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice standing, Nico. But
Thank you,
not,
Hakan.
not like mine.
Hakan,
Tell me.
as long as you can use your aircraft again, it was okay.
No problem.
There we go. Thank you, thank you. So, let's put it this way. Our version of LPV works, okay? The question now
Yeah, we
is...
just have to make sure what's information, what's readout we're gonna have. The first thing is, I'm pretty sure in the PFD top left, you're still gonna have the ident from the chart.
Yes.
Because this is your only way to make sure you are gonna follow the correct information.
Yes. Makes perfect sense. Zibo, I hope you're still listening. Otherwise, we'll have to remind him later. Okay, this default airport doesn't look all that great and I'm not familiar with it. I've always had the just sim or just flight or something, I can't remember, scenery. So, stop. There we go.
Established IMP approach runway 24, Skymatix VA Flight.
Nico, everybody approaching to runway 24. I would like to announce that Luxembourg Airport is closed on Unicorn.
You're nasty. You're nasty.
May I do that?
Men are coming. Look. Well, guys, thank you for flying this flight again. I know it was done like a weekend ago, but I had to test
Luxembourg
it. So
traffic,
thank you
Skymatix
for
VA
joining me.
Flight, cleared for landing runway 24, Skymatix
problem.
VA Flight.
It was a fun flight.
Yeah.
Have a good landing, sir.
You're welcome, Geert. Thanks for watching. Love the support, man. Thank you so much. Well, ticks 49 and 84 have to make room for each other. 49 looks in front. He's going to win. Roll through 49 and 84 break hard.
I see some airplanes in the air. They are close each other and landing one.
Yeah, we got him visual. We got him. Woof. Who's 49? Ah, Jean-Pierre. Well, at least his sim did not crash. Jean-Pierre is awesome seeing you. Thank you, man. And David is the other guy, I think. See? Yeah. Departure worked perfectly. No problems at this point in time, eh?
Nico, it is unacceptable. There are two airplanes in the
Luxembourg
runway.
ground, Skymatix VA Flight, runway vacated.
No, David is no longer on the runway. He's using the taxiway to stop.
Yes, he's crazy. Directly landed to gate.
No, you know what?
Because American Airlines.
No. He's flying Skymatix. You must be careful now.
No, I see that he is American Airlines.
Jean-Pierre, you'll have to wait for him to clear. Otherwise, you're going to bump each other there on the nose.
Americans don't know how they can land. I saw this.
Right, Antonio is still coming. Owen is still coming.
Look, Irwin is the best. Irwin is going to be
The other David is still coming.
perfect landing. Look at Irwin's landing. Check it.
There you go. Jean-Pierre, he's turned around. You can continue.
Because this is European idea.
There's Owen.
KLM 171 at the REM 5 kilo arrival for the runway 24 approach, ILS Yankee, KLM 171.
ILS Yankee is not acceptable. Please try Zulu.
Hakan, don't interfere on the radio. They're going to kill you.
Negative, ILS Yankee, KLM 171.
Oh, come on.
KLM coming. You need to come to my next, Mr. KLM. You know, charter airlines in different place, you know, big airlines in some other place.
Luxembourg ground, Skymatix VA on blocks, engines down. Skymatix VA.
KLM 171. Dangereus landing. Ladies and gentlemen, according to rules of FAA, if you don't see the runway below minimum, you need to go around.
No, these guys are good. You don't have to worry about them. Look at that. Look how the runway is disappearing. This is weird. Terrible. I saw John Pierre. No, you made it. You made it. I heard you too. You're welcome, Steve. Come, Neil. The weather's just for you. Cheers, Christer. Stay well. Bye-bye. Hey.
Luxembourg traffic, Ryanair 3 Alpha Golf.
Look at this beautiful landing.
Yeah, Owen's learned, eh? He's really good now. Raphael, good morning.
Great landing. You are professional, Orwin.
Thank you.
But Nico not. Nico doesn't know how he can land. But he's going to learn. I think. I believe it.
KLM 171, runway vacated.
Yeah, there's Antonio coming.
Turn right, Orwin. Turn right. You need to go to gate because you are KLM.
Nice landing, Antonio. Welcome.
Welcome, Antonio.
David Maynard, how far are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm still another 29, so don't wait for me.
You
I'm
sure?
too far out. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hello, other Antonio on the stream. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Sorry if you only came in now because we're right at the edge of the end now. But the video is up. The chat takes a few hours to render, but stick around long enough or come back later, it will be there. Other way, other way. Ah. Yeah. Right, everybody, thank you so much for flying. To all the guys and girls watching, thank you so much. Now you've got a bit of an idea what we've been toying with, and you know, hope you guys are going to enjoy it when it's done. Like I said, I'm not sure if Zibo's going to give access to the general public at this time while we are still uncertain of certain things, you know, but it's a good start, I think, getting back on track with LPV. So again, if any of you know somebody that actually uses LPV in the NG, let us know, please. Yeah, I think so. Let's go have coffee. Gentlemen, ladies, stay well. We'll talk soon again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Bye all. Bye.